Hello. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Oh, alrighty. Today we're just gonna be playing some Zenless. Finishing up the Hollow Zero thing, and then after that, we're just gonna be drawing. I do need to do some work around here, and as well, like I do also want to play other games for the meantime. So let's just get started. Let me first turn off a certain mod before I open up Zenless. So it'll be able, to do stuff. Apply. There we go. Let me open this shit up. Quick start. Yes. Open up a little thingy. Here we go. Group. There's blue group. Nope. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Are you the same? Nope. Somehow I missed where I left my other group. There we go. I should be up there. Yeah. Play. Wow. But either way, I'm not completely exhausted for once. I'm still unemployed. I don't know how I'm tired. Brother is unemployed and exhausted. All he did had to walk. All you had to do is walk to the fridge and come back, and you're exhausted. What are we doing? Bro walked a few steps to the fridge and came back. He said, "Yeah, that's enough exercises for today." I have to be honest. I can't judge you here. I really didn't do anything for today. I'm like, I got no work, so I'm gonna just stay home and just sleep. I don't want to do anything. As well. I don't know what as well is. But, well, either way, I got work tomorrow in the morning.
Sorry, Knight.
Usually it's a pain to deal with, like, I don't know, heavy machinery, falling debris, or just trying to think of, like, yeah, I gotta cut this piece as this long and then add it to this thing without it falling, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Miss Cecilia,
It's pretty nice dress for me. Fufu is pretty nice. Neko is great.
I'll show you my real value this time. Hey, what kind of fun job? Where are we going?
This
There's
one
no
is fucking
class
nice.
today.
Just get a shot there. This one is pretty nice. This one is just normal.
This weather's perfect for a little.
I changed the usual one
to
to
What brings
a
you
white
here
form
this
one,
time?
which is pretty cool.
Ooh, we really harmonize. A new case to solve? Huh?
I still have a lot more to add.
Sokaku! You know.
Want to see the red
But,
scar?
like,
Number 0, Ambi.
she's now Twiggy.
Looking for
And I add
info?
not pork. I made a what's it called? Piper into I forgot her name. But it's fucking adorable. I like it. Okay, now I had to walk at least 7 miles over the past few days to and from my grandma's house. That's to and from grandma's house, not working. Alright. Well, you gotta walk to your grandma's house? How far is your grandma's house? Why are you heading to your grandma's house? What you doing with grandma? Hitting the blinky. Hitting the blinky, brother? Maybe I'm pretty sure her name is it is Abba? Oh, that's her, what's her name is? Okay, I do not know what, if we're gonna be using the alligator parts for Nongong. I know it's gonna be Arya, but I'm not getting Arya. I have no idea if it's gonna be for Nongong as well. Because we got 4 here, 4 for these. Like, a lot of these. So I'm going to, like, say that it's gonna meant be for Nongong, because I'm like pre-farming for Nongong, so I gotta like kind of think of like, yeah, this would be Nongong thing. Unless she gets a new boss and then a new like thing, so then bam, I gotta farm that, you know. Okay, what if I possibly end up with Arya? To be honest, okay, here's the deal. I will 10 pull for Arya, and that's it. If I do not get her, I do not get her. If I do get her, I do get her. Okay. Yes, Arya isn't really, like, what I'm really looking for. Like, Suna, like, she has, like, so many possibilities with so many agents, with every agent. Right, agent type. Well, all the attack agents. She can work well with Billy. All my physical agents, they're gonna be working well for.
Miss Cecilia prepared this
Anomaly,
dress.
not
Don't look at me like that.
physical. Like, how many physicals I have?
Achieving greatness is just like cooking.
Okay, she can work with all of
Once
these.
upon
My loyal.
Fulcra, her, use Reaching
Tell me
Wall,
where we bear witness.
Alice. What are we doing? And if they bring more physical, on your shoulder strikes again. Alright. But, like, as an anomaly unit, like, I feel like she's good, okay? She's good. But, like, is she better than M2 Vivian?
With me, Lord Phaethon?
Tell me that.
Did you pull me?
Like, I'm, like, luck out of, like, anomalies, right? I only have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, or, like, 5. I gotta build her at some point.
Let's take a break. This is the path I follow.
I'm not getting these. Well, I'm not getting these two, right? Fuck no.
Eradicate all.
So technically, this is all I need.
Let's spare wit and compliments.
Unless, like, I want to go with something else. And Arya is, like, very different as an anomaly unit.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking. Like, I don't think I need Arya. Arya is an option. Arya is a luxury, not a necessity. But you know what we do need? We're just gonna go with okay, I know I can try other people's account with Yanagi, but I'm like, I really like it. Okay, I played Yanagi before, right? But I'm just like it's a pretty cool pretty good anomaly agent, electric anomaly, right? It's better than whatever Grace is, right? You know, I could pull for Yanagi, but like, it's her character. It's like, she bores me. That's like what she bores me. Like I would absolute mod the shit out of it, right? Whatever stuff, but like, her way of speaking, I cannot. Like, character-wise. But, you know, it is as it is. Now, let's see. Bing boo. We're going with, do I need to, I forgot to change your disc. Trying to buy all my potentials for someone to not waste anything, really? Also, I found out there is a cap on the buff currency stuff, so I had to buy all the potentials for someone to not waste anything. I see. Let's see.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
Okay, she has everything. It goes well. It's good enough. You know, we don't need 4-piece pen.
Celia prepared this dress for me.
Okay, hold on. Let me change the music here then. Alright, what do you got for music? Give me something good. Mr. YouTube, sir. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm a damn lonely bitch. That one dinky ass Kirby's. Okay. PC, blah blah blah. We're just gonna go with this one. Alright. Quadra total ice Hugo. We could do that. I should have just done that. But to be honest, I'll keep it like this. Let's do this. Okay, cool. We're going left. Going with a faster route. Yeah. I don't know how loud is the fucking Alright, let's try and make sure how loud this is. Over a bit.
Forward! Turn around! Come daydream with me!
Have a better Vivian if Bryce W engine didn't fuck me forward to without her engine. Oh, I feel you on that one.
You got one for complaints.
To be honest, I have no idea if, like, I feel like 75-25s don't really bother me so much. Yeah, I'll spare everything. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Come on. Oh. Wow. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah. They only bother me when I lose. They only bother me when I lose. I feel you on that. So easy. I was gonna do a tournament today, another tournament stream, but I was like, you know what? The tournament is around like 10 p.m. The fuck, I ain't doing that shit. That's so. It takes so long. I wish we could have just gone 7, like 6 or 7. Not, don't even say 6, 7 if you can. I swear. Like 7 p.m. But either way, it's one of those things. Over here. Yeah. What else do I have?
Just wait! Opening for you! The door to music! Over here!
There we go. I'll go right this time. It's Grace, but it's still... Yeah, it still hurts. Like, even if you lose once, it still hurts to lose, like, something at least. What's this song? Ooh, I like this. You know, I think I only lost. I can't remember how many times I lost. Like I said, 75-25. I might as well look back into my calculator and see what the fuck. Okay, what the fuck? I was not expecting it. I was like talking and then I was paying attention. Fuck me. There we go. Losing. Yeah, I barely lose 75-25, so I think I do. But I'm gonna have to.
I can't believe there's a golden bamboo here. Did it get lost too?
Easy one. Now let's do this. Fully wanted that, I promise. To be honest, you should have done that. There we go. Oh, by the way, if you want to, we can play the bamboo thing. I think it doesn't really show your UID at all. If I'm not wrong. I didn't see any UID showing. If you want to, we can play that bamboo game. Or if anyone still isn't here, we can just play some bamboo. I fucking love that bamboo game. It's so fucking fun. We're going right. Crap.
Got one for the place. If you spot in the field, here comes Bubblegum. Got the shoot. Over here. Got away from me. My turn. Switching to business mode. Yourself wide open.
Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
Intercept.
Yes. Let's see this. Man, I'm not getting anything good out of these. Motherfucking. Oh, there we go. At least one. Neko. Did she die? There's what? How did Suda die? I really hope they add a new W engine until shop next patch. I have nothing to spend that I have on. Really? Like, if they did add another W engine, I would prefer like throw Sandy in there. Oh yeah, Fishy.
You're no one for complaints. Hello, high five.
Oh yeah. I was like so confused how she fucking died midway. I'm like, wait, doesn't she have? Well, you can die in the Hollow Zero. When I took damage, the game literally rewinded it and then did it. Really? Maybe I'm just that bad. Maybe I'm just that terrible. Guys, I'm so washed. What are we gonna do? Guys, I'm so washed. What can I do, brother? And your favorite streamer is so washed that you don't even want to watch anymore? Oh my god.
Hello? This is the end for you! Seal! Great! I wanted only bubblegum! Out of the way!
Oh, she fucking died instantly. Oh, brother. He instantly died. I had no reaction.
Complaint? Too late for that! All of you, stay away!
You know what that means? M6 hours for every button. M6 hours was always gonna. Oh! Oh fuck.
Just in time! What? Delusion premiere! Time to sharpen my claws! Got one for the place! If you follow me, don't zone out! You can't escape! Watch your back! Can't do that here!
Oh, we should just pull up.
This out wide open!
There we go. He lets Hugo fly. Huh? First off, for what? I thought I already got all the polygons. What are you talking about? Unless it just gives you 30 polygons every time. Or unless like, oh, like first play during the week, maybe that's what it is. Alright, let's see. Go, go, go. Go back. Oh, sweet. There we go. What else I have? Oh, auxiliary missions. Every new cycle gives 30 follows until we go through like all different types anyways. Oh, for real? For real? Oh, didn't know. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, video store. I haven't done the things yet. Oh my god, my bad. Ooh. Alrighty. You know what? Hold on. Let me pause music and add some relaxing Super Mario Galaxy ass. Alright, then. I usually, like, if we're not fighting, we're just gonna be listening to some relaxing Mario. I fucking love, you know, I'm always saying, like, oh, I should play Mario Kart Wii, and then I just don't fucking get to it. Like, don't, like, start downloading the, what's it called? The legally getting a copy of Mario Kart Wii on my legal console that I get from the internet, called a Dolphin for some reason. Just in case, you know, any Nintendo fans just wanting to know. The Nintendo ninjas are listening. As always. But fucking Mario Kart and Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, and oh my god, Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy. I'm wanting to play that again so much. Like before, like the new Mario movie comes out, I really want to give it a shot. Yeah, there we go. I really do want to give that a shot, because I fucking miss it. Like, playing Mario Galaxy, it was such a beautiful game. To just stand there for a few minutes, looking at, like, around space and everything. I was like, god damn, it's like, eyes of wonder. I don't know. It's really nice. What do we got? We're going to continue... Oh! Yeah, we're still continuing on, farming for Nongon. Now let me open up a ZZZ Sealy Planner Agents. Alrighty, let's see. How many am I missing? I might limit where. Alright, let's see. I have 19 of these, 18 of these, so I need like another 15, another, yeah, 15 of these, so we're gonna continue it. We're gonna use the combat. We can use all 4 of them. We have, in total, we have 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. 3, 6, 9, 15. So we have 15 of these. So we should have... Let me go back. If my math is mathing, we should have enough of these, plus enough of these. Like 30... Yeah, 100%. We already have enough of what we need from there. Now let's go back. Let's go towards working on the stun components, because I need them. So I do not have enough, or any stun components for that. So we'll work on... How many stun components do I need? I need 4 green ones, 32 of the blue ones, and 30 of the red ones. A new What do you mean a new Spinosaurus? Besides dinosaurs, of course. Alright, hey. Space just being the best thing ever, besides dinosaurs, of course, also new Spinosaurus. What do you mean a new Spinosaurus? Let me look that up. Hold up. Twitter. Okay, hold on. There. Spinosaurus. A new Spinosaurus. A new species of Spinosaurus? That's dropped. Like, are you talking about a new species or just a movie, a film? 4 days ago, a striking Spinosaurus saw Sarah has named a new species with a large sword-shaped crest. Really? And this is how the Spinosaurus... Yeah, sure, whatever. A striking Spinosaurus has been named with a large sword-shaped crest on its head. Spinosaurus mirabilis would have been able to attract mates and compete with rivals. Ooh, new species. Study published in journal Science has revealed that this 95 million year old dinosaur had a distinct curved crest on the top of its head, along with its tail, as a regular Spinosaurus does. We've known that Spinosaurus had a crest, but it lived around some time. So what's the difference between this Spinosaurus? Is this how this Spinosaurus looks like? Oh, it looks pretty fucking sick though. It looks like a sick-ass Spinosaurus, no lie. But it looks like every other Spinosaurus. Oh, I see. So I thought like a unicorn kind of Spinosaurus. I see what you mean. The shape of the dinosaur has well-interlinked teeth, and researchers are certain S. ate fish, while some scientists, such as Spinosaurus, might have dived into its prey. Oh, so it's an aquatic Spinosaurus. Ooh, fucking nice. I fucking love dinosaur pics sometimes. I didn't know that it would have this type of crest. Let's do it. Alright. Modify. Change that to the cat.
How did you call me? Meow.
To be honest, like, if I were to choose a dinosaur to be, like, a certain type of dinosaur, I would prefer to be a raptor. Honestly, to God. I would prefer a raptor than one of two reps. What do you guys think? I feel like raptors are too cool. Not because of the movie Jurassic Park. No. I just think raptors are pretty nice, pretty small, pretty, like, fast, and I feel like I would be less likely to fucking die. Like, even though, like, after you mature as, like, a T-Rex, like, being that huge, you, like, your you're needing a lot of calories to like maintain that body. And as well, like when growing up as a T-Rex, you're more like, yeah, it takes quite a while to be that big and stay that big. And you're fighting off other T-Rexes. While being a raptor, like you have, like they know they're small, so that's why they're in the packs.
Wanna try my massage? Watch it.
I don't know. Like the worst thing to be a dinosaur would be, I feel like I can't remember the name of the three-horned dinosaur. Triceratops. There we go. Like that would be the worst dinosaur to be. Like if you were forced to be a dinosaur, Triceratops would be the worst choice. Even though you have like a group bird, I just feel like you're gonna be encountering so many predators.
Another page to add to the report.
At some point you're gonna be lost or be like
No problem.
being next to sacrifice.
It's a fact. You're now connected with the gold star. Empty sound wide open.
Alright, cool sauce. Spinosaurus. I gotta figure out new species of sharks. Honestly. I would prefer to be a well, I don't know if I would prefer to be a shark during the like, prehistoric days. Chaos Zero Nightmare finally dropping a character is truly a character I truly want. Really? Let me see. Send the link to the video trailer and we'll watch it. Honestly, I really want to play Chaos Zero Nightmares, but like I don't know if there's a PC version of this, and if there is, I should really download it at some point. Because I fucking saw it with like my friends. I'm like, God damn, brother, God damn, you can see her Huna Matata's that big, brother. And some of them you can have a peak show. So I'm like, God damn. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I do need Thallium Heights for Threshold Simulator, because I haven't done that. There is a PC. Oh, there is a PC version. Well, I should just download the PC version then. Because my phone can't handle it, and I was thinking to do it with a phone thing, but yeah. I mean, I haven't done Threshold Simulator in a good fucking while. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. I did the easy mode, so I gotta do the hard mode. We'll just do... Okay, hold up. Alright. Alright, let's watch it. Open up Twitter, better yet. Open up Discord. Oh! There we go. Let me pause this. Hold up. Okay. 5-star Typhira, if I'm hopefully I'm not a mysterious adventure. Ooh. Not bad. Just ain't done the free money game mode the entire time. No, I haven't. I was literally just leaving that for a good while. Open character.
見ましたか? こんなに簡単にやり遂げました。ファーストと一緒なら余裕です。
Ooh, with a protos with a piercing cake. Will be a piece of cake. I don't know why I misread. You gotta tell me what this is, because
私の力をしっかりお見せします。
Ooh, Cassie. Alright, this is pretty fucking
く
good.
らい私にお任せください。想像の力よ。見ましたか、こんなに簡単にやり遂げました。ファーストと一緒なら。
I wonder what her fan service is. I'll take a like. Flat twin tail must pull. Same. I'm like flat. You got flat chested women here with a fucking twin tailed, busty little hips. I'm like, what are we doing? We gotta pull. Thick thighs. We gotta pull. Yeah, this might be. This might be the character that makes me play fucking Chaos Hero. We do have to get a fucking good close up. Hold up. Where's a good close up?
これくらい私にお任せください。想像の力よ。見ましたか。
Yeah, this is a good close up right here. This is what we need.
こんなに簡単にやり遂げました。ファーストと一緒なら余裕です。
This is pretty fucking. It's still fucking cool though. It's still fucking cool. All right, Spinosaurus. Oh. Alright. Let's continue with the let's continue with the let's be civilized. Let's continue with the Threshold Simulator. Let me think of what to do with this. You know what? I could just probably do. Alright, I got it. I got it. Rupture. We'll do Rupture 1 right here. We'll do an attack agent here. We'll do an Ether Veil here. We'll do a Anomaly here, and we'll do Hugo here. Alright, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna go with Cat. Yeah, Cat. No, I said Anomaly, right? We're gonna go with Alice. Where's Bernice? Bernice and Yuzaha. This one we're gonna go with Hugo. Where's Hugo? Dylan. Where's Dylan? And then, lighter. And we'll go with this one. This one, we're gonna go with Cat, Cat, and Cat. We'll go with it. And then this one, we're gonna go with... What is that? The twins? So we can just go with Yishuan. Wait, I don't have a good... I don't have a good stunner here. You know, we're just gonna go with Shambi, Trigger, and Zhao. Yeah. Do indeed have a close up. I do indeed. I feel like this would be super. This is how it should work. Character upgrades.
JZ, hello. Got a new book.
Let's do
Where we bear
Alice.
witness to the noble principles of the Time Field
Let's get her
family.
all her stuff back from Piper. 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 There we go. Alright, we'll do this. This should work. Where's Yuzaha?
Where are we going? There's no class today.
Factor. Alright, that's good. And then, I said Bernice, right?
I'll give you a hand. A new case standing my loyalty. Let's fire it up.
I do not have another energy regen at all. Okay then. Oh. How about this one? Oh, this is better. Hold up. This is way better. Oh, I gotta fix that. Bernice.
Let's fire. My number's here. Where are we going? There's no class today. Got a new
This
ghost
should
story
be
to share?
perfect. We'll just do confirm. So yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, battle time. As always. And we gotta get some money. I was getting polychrons for this one. Let me pause that. Let me continue the, ooh. Let me see, what we got? Ultra Sun. Ooh.
If we are to pause for a moment, please allow me to check my
There we go.
supply.
You will be ground to dust.
Yeah! Careful, don't get scared! Stay on offense! Adjust your breathing. Sorry for so like that.
So purple.
Move with the blade. Here's the blade. Bring it higher. Time for surprise. Go! Thrust and pierce.
I can't see. I can't see.
You can't run. Clear your mind. Hey, let's have some fun.
Holy purple.
Too much gunpowder. Here to dance. You're gonna pay. Don't
I
get
just
scared
can't
now.
see anything.
Fire! Chance to score. Perfectly symmetrical. You're all let's a tango. Look, isn't it pretty? Behold, the most symmetrical swordplay.
Yo, I love watching purple, you know.
Time.
Yo, from a quote from Lythero, we gotta love watching purple. Oh, I gotta fix... Do I have to fix this? No, not really. Let me check, just in case I do have to fix this. No, I'm good.
Who's here?
Yeah. Just win. Brother, I can always win easily. With these type of games, I'm like, yeah. If you're having a problem, put your credit card on and put the credit card information and it all goes away. It's literally pay to win. Like, most of these fucking games are literally pay to win. I'm not lying. Like, yeah, you can do with skill. Like, I can, like, if I wasn't paying for this, I can still beat this with skill, right? With enough skill and determination, good disc drives, and somewhat good engine substitutes and good plays, I know I can beat this. But to be honest, do I really want to? No. I feel like I wanna throw money at my hand, okay? Sometimes I wanna feel some luxury.
Opening for you.
Bebop.
Watch your back. Don't zone out, Bob. Open line. Lucky you, you're next. Boom, boom, to the right. Wait.
It's that good. And we can end it with a Suna here. We can literally end it with a Suna kill. Can I? Next stage. Go to 1-3. Oh, I need to fix them. Peace.
I
wish you were here.
Standing by.
I gotta fix her. What? I can't fix her? I gotta fix that.
I am standing by.
Alright, we gotta fix you real quick. I should get more tiger pieces for them. Zhao fix? I'm trying to shoot Zhao. Yeah, you're fixed up.
I'll show you my real value this time.
What other piece is disturbing me? I don't know, man. I feel like that's a you problem. I'm like, how does the piece disturb you if you can't disturb the piece? Okay, do I need to grab that? I do.
What you deserve.
You're in my spot.
It's time.
Increase firepower.
I'm on it. Move it.
The target's weary.
Winning pieces. Down strike.
I should have killed him like 1 second there.
Time to strike back.
Yeah, I'm not super caring about time.
What you deserve.
Target locked.
You won't back down.
Time to pin them down.
There we go. Super easy. Is this supposed to be hard? I gotta fix my Hugo, and I think Dylan is pretty good. Here we go. I fucking love Windmill Isle. I play that shit like if I still had like my Sonic Unleash, yeah, that Sonic Unleash modded, not modded game, but revamp or remake, not remake. Wandering Gooner. Wandering Gooner.
You tasty. Hello. This weather's perfect. Here we go.
Forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
Fix this shit. Let me fix this shit. Let's see. Ah, that's pretty good.
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
Got a new here. What kind of fun job have you got me into?
Yeah, should be fine. Where's lighter?
I am the number 6.
I'm here, so we're good.
Oh, 4-piece? Yeah, we can just fix that shit. We could just make another 4-piece Inferno Metal if it was like Impact or something. And else we're just taking this, and we're taking this. Don't care. This works. Don't care. This works. Yeah. Rainbow ass colors, like 2-piece rainbow colored. That's what it is. It helps. All right, let's do this.
Scram before I get it.
Forward. Turn around. Smash them.
I fucked up there. I fucked up there. I don't know why I decided to do that. My brain just wasn't processing at the moment. What's this one? We're doing this one instead. Let's see how high of a score I can get this.
Easy.
I'll write the ending to your nightmare. Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
I pledge my honor!
Truth is a beloved fairy tale.
Turn around!
Prepare to kneel before me.
Premium!
Let order and madness dance.
A complaint? Too late for that!
There it is.
Got one for complaint!
Nothing to it.
Get up. I'll write the ending to your nightmare. Prostrate yourself before the
Come on.
abyss.
No, I can do that. Oh.
Got one for complaint!
Fuck.
Truth is a beloved fairy tale. I'll write the ending to your nightmare. Prepare to kneel before me. Let order and madness dance.
Break! The verdict is... unforgivable!
Gotcha now.
Gotcha! The truth is a beloved fairy tale. I'll write the ending to your nightmare.
Let the party begin. Make way for the undefeated champion!
Got one for complaint! If you spot an ethereal...
The truth is a beloved fairy tale. Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
I don't know if it's should kill, to be honest. That's pretty good. Is there a way to kill this? Like, kill these threshold bosses, or no? I feel like there is, but like, I might be like so under leveled, or probably not thinking it. Of like, oh yeah, you could just kill it with like level. Ugh. Either way, we got it finished. Alright, let's go second map. Let's see. Weakness. I don't know. Yeah, you don't know? I don't know either. Let me think of this. What should we do with this one? What's the buffs? Oh, this one is a fucking Hugo one. What am I saying? This is a Hugo ball. I'm taking Fufu, Violin, and Fufu. This one we can probably give. This one is a Sandy one. Hugo Buff, not much of Hugo Buff. It's not a okay. I know. But to be honest, I still like to play it. Let's see. This one we can do. We can go her, and Zhao. For this one, we can go. It is a fire week, so we can just do the. And either. We'll do M2 Vivian. And then this one we can go with Neko, Polkra. Better yet, you know what? We can just do, we can do Neko. No, we can do Seed. We can do Seed. Where's my Seed? Seed, Neko, and then Suna. Ancient attack increase. Increase 20% more damage. Oh, this one's better. Oh. I'm blind. I am blind, dog. Why do you think my curse is like 3 times as big? Okay, hold on. Look, man. Like, I have a cursor that's like as big as, like, twice. No. Let me see. I have a cursor big as like the selecting agents thing over there. Like, that's how big one of my cursors is. And I have to actually have it so I can be able to see where my cursor is. Because every time I always lose, like, where's my cursor? And I have to, like go left and right for it to, like, have motion to be able to track it. For me to track it. And, like, I'm literally the blind motherfucker in the group.
Miss Cecilia prepared this dress for me.
Perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. I don't need you. I don't need you. She's perfect. Seed. I need to fix you.
At your service.
There we go. She's perfect. I think that's everyone. Telling you blindness, if I take off my glasses and move my phone 1 foot away, because I won't lose all my visibility. You're that blind, brother. You're that blind, and you're calling me blind. I'm like, brother, look at yourself in the mirror without glasses. Oh wait, did I fix up Sandy and Trigger should be fixed, right?
Where are we going?
Number 0. I am the Eye of Oval.
Yeah, they're fixed, and they're fixed. Okay, I'm just checking.
Standing by.
Let's do this. Yeah. You know, I should really go to the eye doctor and get my eye tested it and get some new glasses, but they're so fucking expensive. 400. 300 for one pair. I'm like, I can't. I cannot. Actually, that dog shit. I hope you drive with your glasses on, okay?
Clear your mind. Careful, don't get scared. Oh, Lord me. Here to dance. Your weakness has been exposed. Break time! I see your weakness. You can't run. Wait. Focus on the target. Solid hit. Scoreline for me. It's time to celebrate. No time to take off my feet! Now! Don't get scared, no! Fire!
Don't underestimate.
Keep it up! Breathing. Eruption! Just this one. Let's go. You're all riddled with flaws. Lord Thrust and Pierce.
Oh, that was super easy. The worst part is getting new subscriptions. It's just I don't want to pay another 200 fucking bucks for because my eyes decided to loosen their eyesight for another 2 whatever degrees of eyesight that you have, right? I used to be 20/20, now I'm 19/20, now I'm 18/20, now I'm 18/18, now I'm 17/16. Okay, now I lost 1 degree after 6 months. Now I gotta get a new pair. You know how much that costs? I don't want to deal with it. I know I should, I know there's eye surgery, right? But I'm not rich to get eye surgery, okay? That's the problem. If I was rich, I would have had eye surgery, not have, problems with eyesight or anything. I know... Very slowly, by the way. Yeah, we're same over here, buddy. I'm getting... My eyes are losing it.
Straight on cue. Make it recalibrating. Increase fire range.
That's because of those damn phones.
You're up. Down strategy.
Oh.
Off balance.
Last year I could at least see solid 5 feet away from me. Really?
Now you pay. What you deserve. You're in my sight.
Time to get right now.
Target locked. Right on cue. It's time.
We're just going there. Oh my god. I fucking love her, like, ultimate, like, wipeout screen. It looks so fucking cool. Alright, let's start this one. This should be easy. Easy win, as always. It's just like the only problem to have with Threshold is not having enough discs. But that's kind of understandable for with new players. But for me, I'm already been playing for this for the
Oops, I can't really control my screen. Lock on.
Watch out! Initiate push attack! Keep distance. Sustain fire.
Not over yet.
God damn it.
Just in time.
Oh yeah.
Everything's on fire.
Second target.
Over here.
Homing barrage. Fire.
Say hello to my fist. Time to sharpen my claws. Give him a full salvo, Senior. Looks like there's a second round.
Speed limiter isn't.
Not bad. I haven't played C for a good fucking while. I was like, damn. Next stage, Hugo! Let's do this Hugo buff. We got a Hugo buff! Let's go! Can't wait for this Hugo buff to absolutely do shit nothing for him. Wow. Hold up. Alright, let's do this. It should be easy, just keep walking.
Turn around! Smash them!
I'm still impressed. Truth is a beloved fairy tale. Let order and madness dance. Yeah. Stay vigilant.
Hello? This is the end for you!
Prepare to kneel before me.
Zhao 100 points! Premium support!
Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
Oh, I messed up on that last one. Oh well. We're gonna get this one, right?
Forward! Turn around!
is all evil!
Seal! Break! Play! Finish this! The verdict is... unforgivable!
I'll write the ending to your nightmare. Let order and madness dance. Prepare to kneel before me.
Smash them! Listen to my roar! Tiger, intercept, seal! Wait! A complaint? Too late for that!
The truth is a beloved fairy tale.
I'll back you.
Prostrate yourself
Oh, yeah.
before the abyss. Yeah. Let order and madness dance.
Huh?
Let the party begin.
Premiums.
Prepare to kneel before me.
Forward. Turn around.
Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
That's just the sword. I pull for any account that ain't mine. Some of they sing earlier is of pure fucking hope. To be honest, I should pull on your account and see if I can get you like the early like 20 to 10 pulls type of shit. Oh. Alright, what's this one? Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be long. Oh, this one's gonna be long. Let's see. Let me show you. Is the hater the one with the... Oh, it is! Hater is the one with the thick-ass pen. Shit, okay then. So this one, I'm just gonna do this. Give him fire and lighter. Alright, we're gonna do that. This one, we're gonna do the anomaly team. Where's fire? What's this one? Oh, her. She's fire. She's weak to ether, but resistant to fire and... Oh my god. I hate it. Already. We'll do the mono physical here. What's this one? Electric physical. We could just do the true. Where's the Sambi? The Sambi team here. This one we can do. Let's go Ether. What was her name again? Ether anomaly DPS dropping soon. Oh, you mean S rank Nicole? No, you mean the moon. I know what you mean. The moon bat girl, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. Or unless the one with the top hats. If you're the one at the very end of the 2.6, we saw like top hat girls. It could be them, or it could be the moon bat girl one. One of those two. Huh. What other stunner I can do with this? Yeah, I have no idea what to do with her. She's in this patch? You think this is like, really? Hold on. Hold on. Alright. Like, are we talking about Moonbat Girl? Or are we talking about Top Hat Girl? New agents for ZZZ. Oh my god! Alright. Oh, you mean Arya. You're talking... Okay, Anomaly. You mean Anomaly. My bad. You mean Arya. My bad. My brain was thinking about something else for later. You mean Arya. Oh, my bad. So that's it. Let's first do... Yeah, first do this one. What about, Always do something, to be honest. Ah. Alright, so this is some kind of level. Alright, let me change music. I was trying to think during that whole time. Funky Buster. Alright, let's do this.
Gotcha! I'll write the ending to your nightmare. The end is enough!
Focus.
Be gone! Allow me to reap your soul.
There we go.
My pleasure.
Oh my god.
I put my order.
Truth is a beloved fairy tale. Prepare to kneel before me. Repent! Let the party begin.
Gotcha now.
Let's off! Gotcha! Where? I'll write the ending to your nightmare. Truth is a beloved fairy tale. Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
Bam. Not super hard. Not too difficult. Next stage. I'm so sorry. These chips are so fucking good. Would you rather do food a Fuda Fufu or Fuda Yusha? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Hold on, give me like 30 seconds to think this through. So I'm actually thinking like, okay, what are we talking about? Like, am I doing the fufu or am I doing the person or the person is doing me? Which one? Like, you gotta be specific. So if I'm doing one of them, then it doesn't really matter, but I would pick Fufu. But is one of them doing me? I would go with the Ishwan. No lie. I don't want to sound gay, though. Not gay, though. Not gay. I'm not gay. But if I had a gun pointed to my head, type of question, being done, oh yeah, I would pick Ishwan. Like, I feel like she would go gentle. I feel like Fufu would be not be able to control herself. I feel like Ishwan would know how to control herself at some point. But I'm not saying I'm no homo though. I'm not homo. No homo. But you know, if I had a gun pointed at my head, I would. I would let Ishwan go for it. Let me see. Let me think. I don't know. What about you? Yana. Which one do you choose? Fuda is straight and normal Venus. If you ask me, to be honest, Fuda in a sense is still like girl, right? But girl with a PP, right? Right, you got girl with PP. She has bazongas and everything, right? And but does she still like? Does Fuda still count if she still has that that coin slot in her with the the PP, right? With the stick. Fufu purely out of glaze. So you want to be glazed by Fufu? I swear. I can't with you. Honestly, I don't know, man. I would actually go with the Yishuan, but I feel like it is straighter than just being like actually like gay. Like, there is a degree. Okay, there is a degree with like femboy, Fuda, and just straight up gay. Okay, porn. Alright, there is a degree to being pretty homosexual.
Pause for a moment, please.
Alright, we got your normal straight. Okay, you got your normal straight person. Normal straight. Then you got Fuda. Then you got femboy. And then you got the cuck chair. Right? That's gayer than being into like femboys or futa. Being a cuck chair or person who likes to be cucked on and watching another dude, that's gayer than that, okay? Then we have gay. Right? Then it's just straight up gay, okay? Like that's my degree. This is how I perceive the gayness scale.
To check my sword.
Like where are you in the scale? Are you in the futa scale? Are you in the femboy scale? Or in the cuck? Or are you just straight up gay? Because once you're straight up gay, that just means like you're not gonna do women.
Is there a mirror nearby?
Like
I would like to
the cuck cherry, like it's like a 75%
Never mind.
watching a dude doing a woman than that, right? To watch than just a guy and a girl, not gonna lie.
If we have to pause for a
Wait,
moment,
that's not true. It's not straighter. It's just. Is it more fun? I'm thinking about it. Is it more fun to watch it? Maybe yes, because you got like two women having two women noises, right? You got two female noises,
is there
grunting
a
and
mirror
everything.
nearby? I would like to trim my bangs.
All right.
Oh,
So
never mind.
Okay, it does sound okay. It does sound. But at that point, isn't that just lesbians? Like, are you just watching a lesbian person having an imaginary like pee-pee doing it with another girl? Isn't that just like?
If we are to pause for a moment,
Isn't that
please,
just straight up
allow me to check
lesbians
my
with
sword.
like extra steps? It just happens to exist in my preference. The chair can stay away from me. The chair can stay away from me. I feel you. The chair can stay away from me. Like, I'm fine with someone else watching, right? Okay. Straight up lesbians with like extra steps. Alright, hold up. It went some. I don't know why it just went there.
Is there a mirror nearby?
But
I would like to trim my bangs.
okay, like we're gonna have a philosophy debate, okay? We're gonna have a full-on philosophy debate because you brought it up. We're not ending this, okay? We're gonna continue after. Like, so I'm thinking this straight. Like if you enjoy futa and watch it, right? That just means you just like watching like girl on girl action. That's just straight up lesbians with extra steps, right? Girl on guy, then you're just kind of going on the more of like, I want that like girl with like a plastic toy type of thing, right? Because I feel like like Futa is just like. It's like the imagination of Futa. It's just like, oh, this girl has like a plastic toy that she can wear and just rail me on, right? That's the one thing, right? That's a little bit the point of Futa. Femboy is just like like a guy, right, but dresses more feminine, right? You can't say it's not a guy, right? Because femboy is just a different species of like guy, right? Which you can't really say you're gay, right? It's just like a girl with extra steps. And then just being a cuck is just a different level. Right? Because you're watching another guy doing it with another girl, but you're watching it like the middle part of it. You're looking at it, you're just like glazing over like the fact of this dude having a bigger PP for some reason over your girl. Like that's just straight up weird. Okay, I'm not lying. Cuck, like I don't get it. I don't get cuck people. People who love cuck. And then back shots from Hugo or a Fuda Yishuan. Okay. What I seem straighter, Yishuan, a Fuda Yishuan is straighter than having back shots from Hugo.
Please allow me
All right.
to check my sword.
Because you can just imagine Yishuan with a toy. Right. With a plastic toy, right? Then like thinking of its fleshy bits, right? Then Bayo. Right? Because now, if you put a dude, it's an actual dude who was born a dude. Right? Now he's just getting into gay territory. There are levels of this. I must do a video lesson about this. Alright, this is too funny. Alright, let me start this. This is too funny. Alright, let's
Adjust your breathing. Sorry for stealing your spotlight. Perfectly symmetrical. You're all riddle good. Careful, don't get scared. Let's go. Direct hit. Yeah. Don't be mad. Strike in an instant. Clear your mind. This party is just getting started. One more time. Come on. Don't be nervous. Chance to score.
no, yeah. If it was for women, it's better for them because it's just it is just lesbian.
Has been exposed. Yeah, for the time field name, I will never lose. Meet rank cooking. Time for a surprise. Keep it up. Focus on the target. Don't get burned. Hey, how about this? I'll take this chance to score. It's time. Don't be careless. Right time.
Yeah. Actually, guys have a food, I guess. Okay, well. Okay, actually, guys have Fuda. I guess women just have to yaoi, or do they have something similar? Okay, hold on. You're making me think here. Hold on, let's take a pause here. Okay. So, okay, yes, swapping it, of course, makes women gayer, right? Because, like, oh, it's just straight up lesbianism with extra steps, right? Now, if we throw in, like the reverse opposite of a Fuda is probably just a guy removing his like, without a PP, adding a coin slot in there, okay? A double P. Yeah, a double P. We'll say, not PP, we'll say double P. So at that point, it's just... Is it just lesbian? At that point, it's just lesbian, right? but imagining like a dude instead. My brain can't think for this. It's reverse futa, right? Okay, wait, hold on. I don't. Let me do this. Let me look it up. Right. You guys aren't like. I'm not gonna be showing this in stream like looking for, like typing in the food and then just there's a picture like, oh dang, I could have covered. Yeah. Okay, hold on. All right. Like what? Okay. What's the opposite of futa? Okay, hold it. It depends what's a futa. Having a receiving alignment plus girl with both. Okay. So what is the definition of a futa, right? A definition of futa is literally a girl with a coin slot and a double P, right? Yeah, so what's the word for a dude with a coin slot? Okay, you can probably call it. It's short for hermaphrodisium. I can't say the word. Search up Google. Hermaphrodisium is a biological condition which an organism possesses both male and female reproductive. So, wait, hold up. So doesn't that mean, like, you can still call... Okay, wait, hold on. So, futa isn't just a woman having a coin slot and a double P, right? Futa is a term of having both genitalia, both reproductive organisms in one body. So, like, if I threw a man with a coin slot, right? Now that's he's futa, right? If I threw a girl with a double P, that's called futa. So either way, there's no opposite of like a futa. It's literally a term for an organism to have both reproductive organs. Okay, now that we have the definition and now we know what, like, technically what, like, the word futa in more of a scientific term is, right? I'm guessing that is it straighter to date to be knocked by a futa female than having a dude than being knocked by a dude? Yes, because it still has female reproductive organs in there, so you can still call it a female, right? It's 0.5%, right? So you can't call yourself gay. Alright. Does it matter if it has big tatas or not? Not really. Right? But, supposedly, I'm guessing if it has both reproductive organs, that means it has to have glands to give out substance to the child. So just call yourself pansexual at that point. This is so fucking dumb. Like, the stream, and this happens to be their first impression. I take zero blame. Brother, you started with the whole, you started with the, I speak on either anomaly, no. You started with, would you rather type of thing, and this happens, okay? It's not my problem, alright? We're just going more scientific depth and, like, thought process of this, right? Because this was an interesting topic and I kind of liked it. I might make it into a fucking video at this point. So welcome, Yada. Because I'm like, damn, this is so stupid that this might actually be a good video. It started with Huda Fufu versus Huda Yishua. It all started from somewhere, okay? And then we went into a philosophical debate about how is it gay or not gay, and then how do you define the term of Fuda to be like in the scale of gayness, right? So I'm like, damn, what are we talking? But in my conclusion, as a scientific gooner, I conclude that Huta is not gay. It's just halfway there, right? Because if you take off the tatas, the coin slot, then it's just a straight up dude. But if you take off the big stick, then it's a straight up woman. Yes, like depending on gender, it's no, not even depending on gender. It's like depending on like what you take off from that, or what you make it, like physically more male or physically more female, is what depends on which on the Gale scale it is, right? So we have concluded that that's how it works. And thank you for my TED talk. We're gonna continue from this. We're not gonna continue. We're gonna end this. All right then. We're gonna continue this. The fucking game. Yeah.
Adjusting for wind. Right on cue. You're in my sight. I'll pierce right through. What you deserve. It's time. Off balance. Show no mercy.
What the fuck? Did they merge?
Increase firepower. Sound strategy. Time to pin them down. What you deserve.
Oh, they did merge.
It's time. This bullet will reach its mark. Zhao here. Mind the voltage.
I don't know.
That's all.
We spent like 19 minutes, like half of the fucking hour talking about this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And all like half of those like 19 minutes I could have been finished with this. Whatever. Alright, whatever. Oh.
I can help you ward off misfortune and disaster.
me finish my cup of hot water.
These are like the same enemies as why is he does farming. Have you for real just never seen them in merge? No, because I usually kill them like fast as fuck without them needing to merge. Like, to be honest with you, Chief, like I literally kill them so fast that they don't like they cannot merge. Alright, let's do this.
Don't worry. This day is mine. This is concentrate. With pleasure. Like a shadow. Yep. Pretty cool. Allow me. Concentrate. Here comes the first.
I'm gonna see it's not doing crap.
Face the consequences.
Cycle of yin and yang. It's all
Round them up.
at the cream.
There we go. Born out already?
Too slow. Your face is
That should
sealed.
kill. This should kill, if I'm not wrong.
Keep your guard up.
Drawn from countless legends, melodies, and dreams. That is how it's done.
Ah, crap.
An indignant move.
Let's get still.
There we go. With this, we can fix any. I just saw what you used the enemy with the first one. I didn't see it. Aww. Her name is Princess. Don't worry, she doesn't bite you. Type bad dog. She doesn't look too. I don't know if it's she or he. But usually some of these stuffs. Ink this time. Nah, it's just throwing ink. Nah, it's all white residue, bro. I don't think you got the new patch there. Alright, let me change music here. Nah, not this one. Oh, we'll go with this one. I think I have everything for them. They should be fine. Even though I like missed one disc, they should be fine.
I can hear the melody in her heart.
Oh fuck.
You can intercept. Get. Too bad. A complaint? Too late
Let's
for
go.
that.
Very much.
Ring. Wanna try my massage? Bounce, bounce, bounce. Time to sharpen my claws. Left yourself wide open. Get away from me! Intercept! Seal! Break! A direct hit!
For fuck's sake.
Witness my real performance! Watch your back!
Oh fuck. I thought I did that correct one.
Over here! Yeah! Bubble fly! You can't escape! Lucky you! You're next! Are you satisfied with the service? All of you! Stay away! Big talker! Time to sharpen my claws! Smile, smile! Not so fast!
So weird.
Intercept! Seal! Break! Slow! This is the end for you!
Fuck.
Turn around! Hey! Watch your back! Don't zone out! Bounce to right! You do that, dear! I'll bet! Left yourself wide open! Lucky you! You're next!
Oh well. At least I got S rank. I don't really need anything else. Like the only problems I was having is literally like the counter, the purple parts. I was like, ah fuck, ah fuck, ah fuck, I'm getting hit. So please help. Oh my god. Alright. Where are we? Okay, I got one more to go, but I don't think I need to. I already did all this. I already got all this. Oh. Can make it different. Oh, how do I rewind? Okay, so how do I get down here? I hit one shot. To be honest. At least I got all of it. Well, let's see how much. Ugh. I got 5,000. That's pretty good. I could go for an M1 Yishuan, but like at that point, like if I'm gonna go M1 Yishuan, I should just go M2. Hit a 10. Nah, we ain't hitting a 10. We leaving that 10 for like non-gong, bruh. This is how you gamble. No, we ain't gambling for shit right now. We're gonna wait for non-gong to come back, okay? We need non-gong. That's what we need. We need the non-gong. Why do they always make the fucking NPCs the thickest here? Look how thick she is. Look how thick that is, brother. Like, compared to the other characters, they make them thick. Oh my god, brother. Bro, she's built like a Pixar mom. What are we talking about? Well, we can't say everything for, like, Trigger here, though. Holy cow. Fufu is still better. Fufu is still better. That is true. Fufu is still better. Look at her, though. I think I added a mod for her, but I can't remember what she has. Holy cow, though. Uba action all my way. All the way, sweetie, bro. If Sweetie was a agent, god damn. Add the fufu lick in there, bro. I still have to do that Zhao thing, so I'll do that later.
After closing
The
today,
raccoon girl is
I'm
pretty
treating
nice.
myself to a drink. Gotta unwind properly.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, they didn't make them. It was still better. So that's pretty nice. I like this recolor, to be honest. And look at the hat. It just kind of gives it. Let me see. You see, the hat looks super nice. Cause like this mod, it really adds stuff to this. It's like, oh, sweet cake, like kind of like what's it called? Like wait, did they add something to the backpack? I don't know if they add something to the backpack. It's pretty nice. It's pretty adorable. It's pretty nice. It's not like this mod. It's a pretty good. Like, this is what they should have done with the like, this is how they should have made the fucking maid dress than the cat girl one. Well, I like the cat girl one, but like this is way more prettier. Like adorable here. Like, this fits Suna than the cat girl. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, in themes and colors, like, it fits her super well. Like, in character design. You got the ankles. They're pretty nice. The sock. Yeah, this is how it should have done. Like, this is a pretty good fucking maid. Alrighty. Let's, Alright then. Let me see. There we go. We got 100. Alright, I think we did all our hollow stuff. We already got this. We already got our, like, reward, bamboo stuff. This was fucking cool. I don't think we have anything else, and we have 45 minutes to spare. So, let's think. What can we do for the meantime? I could do more DA, but to be honest, if I'm doing DA, at that point, I'm just record, okay? But, let me think. We could just go reacting and stuff like that, seeing new agents. It's kind of nice that they have this still up here. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I wonder how that worked. Bardic Needles, 4-4. Gambling? We're not gambling. Okay, we're not gambling. This is like the only day. Like, I have enough. Like, Suna is pretty enough. Like, I already have M2 Zhao. And like, M0 Suna would just be there. It would be a good alternative. But to be honest, why would I?
Why does my voice keep cracking when I sing?
I like to compare Sunas. Yeah, the twin Sunas. Imagine they make it like imagine there were just like two characters in one. Like two Sunas, kind of like one with preferred of more of a cosplay, and the other one more of a street gal. That would be kind of nice, like a twin character dynamic that you can play as with one person, with one as one agent, 2-in-1 agents. That'd be a lot cooler. Literally, if we leave her there for 10 seconds, she's gonna start dancing. But in the meantime, let me get some other stuff ready. It's so weird without her, like, music. It just sounds pretty weird. It's pretty funny. But you know what? It doesn't sound funny. Let me see. I think there's a... Let me see. Getting over it. Alright then. We just leave her there like for a second and she just starts dancing. What are we saying? Gamble. Gambling as always. We all gamble at once in a while. Let's see. Let's try... what should we do? We can do continue Cult of Lamb that I haven't done for a good while. Or we can do Grand Blue Fantasy. Or... What do you think? Do some artwork? I do need to finish some artwork. I'm tired the more she danced until she tripped. Now, that would be... You know, that would be a good way to end the animation. Like, for her to, to have a restart animation. That would be kind of funny. That would be more, like, pretty good, like, in touches of, like... Of her as a character. Let me just continue on art drawing. Today we're just gonna we're gonna do the art drawing stuff. So screen full where SAI can't say it. Piper Goku. SAI 2. There we go. I can remove the controller. Controller. Isn't it on blue though? It would be in the yeah, it would be in the blue tablet. Alright. Let me turn on the little hand things. Let's try this. Yeah, this works. Go a bit bigger. Oh. Or shouldn't I? Okay. This should work. Okay. Honestly, I don't know how she would open. Let's continue the speaky thing, and we're gonna be, watching over some videos that might want to react. I heard pretty good stuff. Alright. Pictures, projects, avatar, chibi, where's the chibi? Chibi, triple chibi go. Here we go. Speaky Banue. Our Banue speaky here, which is pretty fucking funny. We're gonna throw in a, YouTube. Twitter. Okay, hold on. Better yet, it was YouTube, right? What can we watch for today? Would be great to give like a watch. Let me see. What do we got? Is there anything? What do you got? The power to progressively lose energy rapidly is not fun. To be honest, having a small social battery is really hard. Like, you gotta keep up with the amount of spoons you're using up. Because at some point, it's like, dang, I can't really. I want to do this thing, but I don't have enough energy to do it because I really need some sleep. Or something like that. Mumbo? I heard Mumbo before. 2010s throwback late night drive Sonos. Let me think. Are we feeling FNAF? Are we feeling this fucking thumbnail? So good. You got Butt, Neko, and you got Suna over here. You can see what Ressus Desu says, but it's like 25 minutes long. I kind of don't want to deal with 25 minutes of Ressus Desu. I love the guy. But if it's the same thing over and over again for like 25 minutes, like I would like to watch my like 5 minutes of drama. And then get it over with. I don't know what to watch. Or what to react. Ooh. Oh. Lake ecosystem. I fucking love these. Like making an ecosystem in your own like little room or something like that. I fucking love that.
306.
No lie. Alright. One of those things.
365 days ago, I set up this tank to simulate a lake. I filled it with all types of different species, creating a diverse ecosystem. I created the ecosystem using a 20-gallon tank with aqua soil as the substrate. For the foundation, I placed a cave,
it's already
rocks,
in the
and driftwood to replicate the textures of a real lake bed. Then came the plants. At first, just a few.
Which
But
one is
over
that?
time, they grew, creating a dense underwater forest that provided shelter for the creatures inside. I also added a filter and heater to complete the build. The first inhabitants were some snails and shrimp that helped maintain the ecosystem, including a predator. But since then, this ecosystem has completely evolved. A full year later, it has turned into something completely different.
I see.
On day 100, I had a new inhabitant for the lake ecosystem. Meet Ruby, a female betta fish that needs a new home. She got her name from you guys. In my beta ecosystem, she was introduced to Rocket. They ended up having babies that have grown up. But in that video, I asked my subscribers for a name and Ruby was the most liked comment. Ruby needed a home and our lake needed a queen. She is going to look amazing in all this green.
Nah. The Bones
I
5
made her
Dark
right
Soul
in front of her
videos.
new
Trust.
home. The
You want
Guppies
to
were
watch that
curious to check
instead?
out Ruby.
Alright, hold on.
Finally, it was time to release her into the tank. After helping her get out of
You said The Bones. The Bones 5, not FNAF. Which one are we talking about? Because he has like 2 hours. Holy cow! I ain't doing a 2-hour thing, brother. What are we talking about? 2 hours of Dark Souls. Oh my god, what is this? I'll do FNAF one, but like... Oh my god, what is this? 6 hours? You be FNAF 2022. Holy cow, hitless. This is like 2 hours, brother. I can't with 2 hours. Like, if I'm gonna be like listening or watching a 2-hour video, at that point, I would prefer to listen and do something else in the meantime. But I'm like, 2 hours is 2 hours. I only have like 30 minutes left. So I was like thinking of like a 30-minute video. Okay. If he's that good, and I'm trusting your ass. If he's boring, if I'm yawn all the time, all right, we're gonna go with the hitless one. So we're gonna go with hitless one.
If you've ever been in a debate with some friends about difficulty in video games, there's a good chance that at some point someone mentions the Dark Souls series. Whether it's through the large amounts of game knowledge required to learn each game's expansive world, the tight timings needed to dodge each boss and enemy, or in some cases, the rare instances of tricky platforming, Dark Souls games are regarded as some of the most difficult games in the world. But here on the
Stretch the screen,
YouTube
and
channel
then we're
on
gonna
YouTube, we like to take games that are
screen
already
it to
somewhat
small.
challenging and kick them up to the absolute extreme.
There we go.
So
it
I
just
thought,
works.
as someone who is a relatively casual Dark Souls player, that it would be a good idea to see, can you beat Dark Souls without ever getting hit?
Oh. Are you guys hearing this? I'm gonna increase the...
That's right, if we get hit at any point during the entire game, we're forced to delete the save file for the game and start back at the very beginning.
There we go.
Before we lay out
That's
the
the highest
rules
I
for
can
this
get
challenge,
it,
I first
for
want to
this
explain
video.
the basics of Dark
I
Souls
can't get
as
any
a
higher
whole. So
or
if
any
this is
louder.
the first ever Souls video that you're watching, don't worry, I've got you covered. If you're a Souls veteran and you don't want to hear any of that, you can skip to this timestamp on screen. In the world of Dark Souls, pretty much everything just sucks.
Damn.
Essentially, the inhabitants of the Dark Souls world are kept alive by the fire, which is pretty much the essence of life in this game. You rest by it, drink it, and are imbued by it in order to live. However, the world that Dark Souls takes place in is one that is far past its prime. The flame of life has almost died out thanks to this guy, Lord Gwyn, and we're essentially set on the task of finding him and reigniting this flame to restore life to our world. We play as the chosen undead, and will have to journey through many challenging areas and fight many difficult bosses in the world of Lordran, with the goal of eventually lighting the flame, or just walking away and not caring. Now, in terms of gameplay, it's worth noting what we can actually do as the chosen undead. Basically, all of our actions in terms of combat are all centered around these two bars, our health bar and our stamina bar. Our health bar doesn't matter for obvious reasons, but stamina management is extremely important in Dark Souls. Running, dodging, attacking, and pretty much everything will consume stamina. Get caught with no stamina at the wrong time, and you won't be able to accurately respond to enemies. This creates a very unique kind of gameplay loop, where you always have to think 5 steps ahead.
To be honest, I never played Dark Souls before, so I'm like,
dodge. Oftentimes, when you mess up, you know you've messed up, and you have to just slowly watch as you get hit. Throughout your time in the world of Dark Souls, there is an endless amount of combinations that you can choose for your specific build. This means that we'll not only need to be very technically skilled in this game, but also extremely knowledgeable in routing and gear usage. Now that we've laid out the basic idea of Dark Souls, let's get more specifically into the rules for this challenge. We're going to be following the official Team Hitless rule set for what counts as a no-hit run. The first thing that we should define is what actually counts as a hit. According to Team Hitless, a hit is defined as a loss of health that is caused by an enemy or trap. In addition to damage, a stagger is also counted as a hit, which for some bosses will be very, very important. I think it's worth noting here the distinction between a no-hit run and a no-damage run, as people often get them confused. In a game like Cuphead, hits and damage are one and the same, but in Dark Souls it gets a bit more complicated. In Dark Souls, a no damage run will mean that your health bar can never go down no matter what, but in a no hit run, environmental damage such as fall damage or poison damage do not count as hits, unless they're inflicted by an enemy. However, if you end up dying by any means whatsoever, enemy or not, that still counts as a hit and you must restart.
Oh.
No. Oh my God, dude, are you f***ing kidding me? It's also worth noting that if you block an enemy's attack with a shield, you may not take damage, but you're still getting hit. This distinction is very important, as some items in Dark Souls can only activate if your health is below a certain threshold, making them very useful in no-hit runs.
So no matter what, you can't let an enemy hit you.
Per Team Hitless rules, certain quit outs are also banned. Quitting out allows you to reset any loaded enemies back into their starting positions and de-aggro them. We're still allowed to quit out, but only on the condition that no enemies are aggroed on us and we don't gain any other benefit from it. I'm also going to add my own rule to this challenge: no magic whatsoever. Magic allows for the player to shoot extremely powerful projectiles at bosses from a safe distance, and for this challenge I wanted boss fights to be up close and personal, so only physical weapons will be used. With the rules out of the way, we now need to figure out how we're going to approach the no-hit run. Before making this video, I hadn't done any research at all, and I was mainly just going to go off of my route from my previous Dark Souls video and some knowledge from a ton of casual play. Routing starts all the way at the very beginning of the game, right at the character select screen. This screen may look pretty complicated, but we only need to pay attention to a few things here. In addition to acquiring tons of different gear throughout the map, players can also use souls that are obtained through defeating enemies or bosses in order to level up their character's stats. By choosing a few specific stats to level, you can spec into a specific build that suits your playstyle. For our character, we have absolutely no use for the health stat or any other defensive stats, so we're going to become the glassiest glass cannon possible, dumping nearly all of our stats into strength and dexterity to increase our raw damage output and end fights as fast as possible, with any remaining points going to endurance to increase our stamina. I chose to pick the bandit for our starting class, as he starts with a relatively high strength stat, a decent starting weapon, and a nice endurance stat. After we choose our class, it's also very important to choose the master key for our starting gift. There are many locked doors throughout the world of Dark Souls, and some are very important for our route. With the master key in hand, we can unlock every door that we need in order to open up the path of least resistance to our objectives. With our character selected, we can finally start the game. We spawn in at the Undead Asylum, where this guy, Oscar, drops the key to our cell.
I see.
Allowing us to escape and start the game proper. You'll notice that the first thing that I do in almost every run is immediately remove most of my character's armor. Because we can't get hit, we have no use for any kind of defense. Instead, we're going to focus on mobility. You see, Dark Souls has a stat called your equip load. The amount of gear that you have on will increase your equip load, which in turn decreases your mobility. We have a lot of running to do in Dark Souls, so we always want to be as fast as possible. But more importantly, we want to have the best possible dodge roll that we can when fighting bosses. Depending on the percentage of your max equip load that you're currently wearing, your dodge roll will change drastically. Not only are the rolls slower as you get heavier, but they also have less invincibility frames. We're always going to try to stay in this category of fast rolling, giving us 13 full frames of invincibility whenever we roll, and a quick recovery. Now you may be wondering, the Bones 5, why didn't you take off all of your armor if it increases mobility? That is because the Hollow looks busted as hell when he's naked. So yeah, Panzered's staying on for me. There isn't very much to do with the Asylum, it just functions as the simple tutorial area for the game. Though we do encounter our first enemies here, simple hollows. Generally, the strategy that I chose to go with for no-hit runs is to always run past enemies instead of wasting time fighting them. But when we do have to fight them, either bait an attack and then punish accordingly, or if you know for certain that you do enough damage to kill them in one shot, take them out before they even have a chance to hit you. In order to escape the Asylum, we have to fight our first boss, the Asylum Demon. He's not too much of a problem, and he gives us a chance to familiarize ourselves with our starting weapon.
Bro has jiggle physics down there, what are we saying?
Have a chance to get a new weapon until around halfway through the game. So it is essential that we choose the best starting weapon out of the starting classes. The Battle Axe is fairly decent, having a relatively fast R1 attack that does good damage, and I found it to be the best choice for the early game. For the Asylum Demon himself, he's extremely predictable and has no attacks that can reach behind him, so he goes down fairly quickly. This lets us escape the Asylum and move on to the land of Lordran. Once we arrive in Lordran, the actual routing for our no-hit run starts. Within Dark Souls, there are many different ways that you can go upon starting out in the game. And no matter what, we always want to choose the least enemy dense and most consistent path to our objectives. We don't want to go to any areas that might be blocked by optional bosses. If we don't have to fight something, then we won't. The first objective that we were given from Oscar in the Asylum was to ring 2 bells in order to open the gates to Sen's Fortress, which sets up the early game. These 2 bells are located on the top of a church in the Undead Parish and at the very bottom of Blighttown, both of which are guarded by bosses that we can avoid. So we want to find the best possible path that we can take to both gear up for the mid-game and ring these 2 bells with as little resistance as possible. But before we go anywhere, we first have to loot up our surrounding area in Firelink Shrine. This is the hub world for Dark Souls, and there's a lot of loot scattered around here that will be very useful throughout the rest of the early game. We can pick up some firebombs, Lloyd's talismans, and most importantly, Homeward Bones, all of which we'll use throughout the early game. Now we have to choose where to go. In Dark Souls, newer players are often confused on where to go from Firelink. You can either descend into the catacombs, ride an elevator down to Nulando Ruins, or head up into Undeadburg. The Catacombs and New Londo Ruins are both endgame areas, with strong enemies that we are nowhere near equipped to fight. So you may think that Undead Burg would be the best place to start out. However, the route through Undead Burg is jam-packed with loads of enemies.
Anything
and
about the
optional
Spider
boss at the
Woman?
end,
Really?
making it
I'm
very
sorry, I'm
easy
kind of
take a
like
hit
trying to
in this
work on
area.
like the video.
However,
And
we do have a workaround.
Wait, what part?
Remember when
What
we
part?
chose the Master Key for our starting gift?
Let me see. Where is the Spider Woman? Because I'm a little like trying to draw at the same time watch. Where is that Spider Woman?
Are both endgame areas, with strong enemies that we are nowhere near equipped to fight. So you may think that Undead Burg would be the best place to start out. However, the route through Undead Burg is jam-packed with loads of enemies, and an optional boss at the end to fight many enemies. And this actually lines up perfectly, as there are many items and NPCs throughout the Valley of Drakes that we'll need to pick up in order to set up our starting loadout for the Gargoyle boss. First, it's important that we grab all of the souls on the corpses throughout the Valley of Drakes. Loads of enemies, and an optional boss at the end, making it very easy to take a hit in this area. However, we do have a workaround. Remember when we chose the Master Key for our starting
I don't know
gift?
where it is.
Well, if you ride down the elevator to New Londo Ruins, there's a small
It's fine.
staircase
Okay,
right
then.
to the side
We'll
of where
just-
you come
we'll just
off,
wait.
with a locked door that leads to the Valley of Drakes. This area acts as a connection point between a bunch of essential areas in the early game, and it'll be our key to get through to the first spell of awakening in the church without having to fight many enemies. And this actually lines up perfectly, as there are many items and NPCs throughout the Valley of Drakes that we'll need to pick up in order to set up our starting loadout for the Gargoyle boss. First, it's important that we grab all of the souls on the corpses throughout the Valley of Drakes. Normally, you get souls from killing enemies and bosses, but we can also obtain them as pickups throughout the game. And we're going to need enough to level up our battle axe before we take on the Gargoyles. But more importantly, the Valley of Drakes houses the single most important item for our entire run: the red tearstone ring. Along with your armor and weapons, you can also carry 2 rings in Dark Souls. And for us, the red tearstone ring is by far the most useful ring in the run. When the player is below 20% health, the red tearstone ring will activate, giving the player a 50% damage boost. Now, if you remember, before I said we wanted to be the ultimate glass cannon, well, with this ring active on top of our already glass cannon build, most bosses are going to go down in mere seconds. However, getting to this ring is probably the most luck-based part of the early game. The dragons in the Valley of Drakes are far too strong for us to fight, so we're forced to run past and dodge all of them. And in order to get to the red tearstone ring, we'll have to blitz past 4 of them to climb this tower. If you get unlucky, the dragons can sometimes sync up and hit you with their lightning while you're climbing up, but I'd say about 9 in 10 times you'll be okay. The dragons will be camping at the bottom of the tower, so in order to get down, we're going to perform what's known as a toggle escape. When you fall from a far distance in Dark Souls, you'll have this super long landing animation, giving the dragons enough time to completely eviscerate us. However, if you mash the B button to roll as you land, you cancel all of your landing lag into a roll. We can combine this with pressing right on the D-pad mid-air to completely cancel all of our landing lag and not be forced to roll, giving us enough time to escape the dragons with the red tearstone ring. This also gives us enough environmental damage to get close to red tearstone ring range. Now, we'll have to head up into this elevator and into Darkroot Garden. This is another area that you wouldn't normally go to until the mid-game, but it provides a back entrance into the church with the first spell of awakening, and also another very important item. There's a Black Knight that guards the back entrance to the Darkroot Garden, and it would be very difficult to pick up our item while he's there. Black Knights are a special enemy that are found all throughout the game, and we don't really have the means to fight him with just our battle axe. However, in classic The Bones 5 fashion, we can abuse the Black Knight's AI to trick him into falling off the map. You see, enemies in Dark Souls have a range that they'll follow you in before eventually giving up and returning back to their starting position. This is what's known as leashing. Typically, you're so far away from enemies when they do this that you don't even realize that it's a thing. But for whatever reason, this Black Knight is completely forbidden from entering the tunnel that you came from. He even treats it like a physical barrier as well. Once you go beyond this barrier, he'll begin to leash back to his starting position. Now, you can run past him while he's leashing, then jump off this hill on the top left. While you're in the air, spam the light attack button to do a plunge attack and land out of bounds. The Black Knight will now attempt to reach you, falling off the map in the process. Then we have to do a bit of a precise jump here to get back in bounds.
They were
But
saying
now
like,
we
oh
can
hey,
pick
I
up the
cooked
next
some
significant
oatmeal.
item
I'm
for the
like,
run,
shit, okay.
the Grass Crest Shield. Now, you might be wondering, blocking an attack with the shield still counts as a hit, so why go through all this effort for a shield? Well, the Grass Crest Shield has a unique passive buff. Whenever you have it out, your stamina regeneration increases. This is insanely important, as having a faster stamina regen could be the difference between a life-saving roll or a hit. We have the ability to two-hand our weapons in Dark Souls, so we'll just keep the shield on our back for the passive buff for the entire game. Now we can make our way up and through the Darkroot Basin. About halfway up the hill, make sure to drop off of this ledge here and pick up the longbow. We'll need this throughout the entire run in order to manipulate sound and aim throwable objects, so make sure to pick it up here. Then drop off a little bit to lower your health bar enough for the red Tearstone ring buff. We'll have to keep this buff all the way until the Gargoyle boss fight, so make sure not to heal between then and now. Once we've scaled the Darkroot Basin, there are a few enemies that we're going to fight in order to pick up one more soul item. These grass enemies can be stun locked by our axe. As long as you're able to hit them before they hit you, you should be able to regenerate enough stamina between attacks to continue the chain. These enemies have a chance to drop purple moss, which we can use to cure poison later in the run. If they don't drop any, don't worry, we have a guaranteed way of getting some moss later, but just know this is the easiest way to get some. At this point, we'll have picked up all the items that we need for the early game. Now we can circle back around and enter the Undead Parish through the basement. Now we finally reached Andre the Blacksmith. In Dark Souls, there are various types of Titanite that you can obtain throughout the game. This is used at blacksmiths like Andre in order to upgrade your weapons. For the Gargoyle boss fight, we're going to want a +5 weapon, which requires 9 small Titanite shards in order to upgrade. Luckily, Andre sells these Titanite shards, so if you've picked up all of the soul drops that were along our route, you should be able to consume them here and have enough to fully upgrade our axe. Now head up the tower towards the church, while making sure not to rest at the Undead Parish bonfire. Bonfires in Dark Souls are basically your checkpoints, and you might think that they don't really matter to us here, since we're not allowed to die to begin with. But bonfires can allow for some massive shortcuts when we use Homeward Bones. Homeward Bones will return us from wherever we are to the bonfire that we last rested at, and we'll get a consistent supply of these from the various bosses that we have to defeat. Okay, as I was editing this video, I found the funniest thing, and I have to include it. It's me so out of place, but I have to include this. So I'm on the wiki right now for Homeward Bones. I was seeing where they spawn. Look at this comment, dude. Dude, I can't. If you're using this for any bonfire that isn't Nido's, Bed of Chaos's, The Abyss, or Manus's, you are lazy and probably need to exercise more than need to be ruining my game. While talking, dump your console into someone's trash.
Damn.
It has 0 likes and 10 dislikes. Why is he so angry? She home on my bone till I ward. Keeping our last rusted bonfire as the Firelink Shrine bonfire will allow us to skip a whole lot of running later on, so we don't want to change that to the Undead Parish bonfire. Now we're ready to take on the church and the gargoyles. In my opinion, this is the first difficult area in the game. The church is packed with enemies, and we'll need to find a way through it without getting swarmed and getting hit. In order to get to the gargoyles in the first bell, we have to climb up to the roof of the church, but guarding that roof is a Chandler and 10 hollows. What's worse, these hollows have a tether aggro to one another. Basically, if one of the hollows sees us, all of them will aggro onto us. Typically, players will patiently lure out all 10 of these hollows before killing them one by one. But as you'll come to see, patience is my weakness. No matter how deep I am into a no-hit run, I am incapable of slowing down and being patient. Maybe it's because I've killed my brain with so much FNAF stimulus, but I'll always pick the riskiest strategy in order to save time. So what can we do here? Well, we're going to utilize the fire bombs that we picked up back in Firelink Shrine. The tether aggro for the 10 hollows won't trigger if we kill them in one shot with something, and a firebomb can do just that. So first, line up next to this pillar, then use your bow to aim at the top of this archway. Lock off, then throw a firebomb without changing your direction. This will lob a firebomb directly at the channeler, then let him attack and repeat to get a completely risk-free kill. Now, make sure to activate the elevator shortcut back to Firelink Shrine. This completes our loop back to Firelink, and we'll need this shortcut active later. This Balder Knight on the stairs is pretty scary, but you already know I don't give a f about nothing. So I just run up and try to hit him before he hits me. 95% of the time, this will work. At this point, we somehow have to find a way to get through this room of hollows without getting hit. Luckily, there is a strategy that is both quick and relatively safe, albeit with a bit of precise dodging. My first thought was to just run through and dodge all of the hollows, but there's one hollow that's
making one of the hardest modded FNAF challenges runs. Really?
And the hollow behind him
I should really look into that.
Instead, we're going to utilize fire bombs in order to take
I was thinking to play
FNAF
at some point.
We can do this in the same way that we took out the channeler, but it's a bit more specific. Aim your bow right above this wood board here, and where these two cracks in the floor meet, place the bottom left corner of your crosshair. Then lock off and throw a firebomb. This should hit the hollow right beyond the door. Now begin to run through and keep a close eye on this hollow to see if he jumps. If he does, make sure to roll through it. There will be a hollow blocking the door, but because we used firebombs to take out the hollow closest to us, you should have enough time to kill the hollow in the doorway, then maneuver around the last one and climb up the ladders before the rest of the crowd reaches you. While you're doing this, make sure to steer clear of any ledges to prevent something like this from happening.
Damn.
Wait, what, bro? No f***ing way. After making our way through the church, we're now ready to fight our first boss on the rooftop, the Bell Gargoyles. Depending on how you play this fight, the Bell Gargoyles can either be an extremely easy fight or a borderline impossible one.
There he goes. Death.
The gimmick of this fight is that once the first gargoyle reaches half health, a second one will spawn and join the fight. If you couldn't already tell from how much that we had to do in the church, scenarios where we're forced to fight multiple enemies at once are absolutely horrible for a no-hit run. So the gargoyles fight comes down to a test of how strong our glass cannon build truly is. If we can take out the first gargoyle before the second one spawns, it's no problem and the fight won't be that hard. So here's how I would play this fight. Right as you trigger the fight, run back and lure the first gargoyle to your side of the arena. You want him to be as far away from the spawn point of the second gargoyle in the event that you can't kill him instantly. Our battle axe is able to stagger the gargoyle if you hit him twice in quick succession, so try to find an opening where you have full stamina to stun lock him. I found that slam attacks are the best window for this. It's also worth noting that if you can cut off the gargoyle's tail, this will stun him more and lead to a free win, but the hitbox to do so is kinda finicky, so only go for this if you have the opportunity to. Ow. Ow. How? How is that not a tail cut? Bro. Oh my god,
Brother
dude.
is not making it.
How is it not a tail cut? Dude, I mean, dude, oh, I'm getting fucking sick of this. With either strategy, you should be able to kill the first gargoyle before the second one has a chance to drop down and begin attacking you. Luckily, the second gargoyle is a lot less dangerous than the first. He starts at half health, doesn't have a tail, and leaves himself wide open with his fire breath attack. I'd recommend just waiting until he breathes fire, then you should be able to finish the fight in one volley of R1s. Now we can climb the church tower and ring the first bell of awakening. While we're climbing this ladder, I'd like to give a quick reminder. If you've been enjoying the video so far, it would mean the world to me if you subscribed or left a like on the video. I'm trying to make some videos other than just FNAF content, as for me, it's honestly a lot more fun. Any kind of support helps. But of course, only do so if you're enjoying the video. Once you've rung the bell, you can homeward bone back to the Firelink Shrine bonfire, completely skipping the run back that we would need to do otherwise. Now before we descend into Blight Town and ring the next bell, we have an NPC that we have to deal with in Firelink Shrine. Once you defeat the gargoyles and rest at a bonfire,
Hopelessly Pursuit was originally the old #1 difficult challenge, and he ended up making one called Hopeless Greed, which
making the bonfire unusable.
Okay, I gotta look that into it.
Shrine
Like,
is
I gotta
for
watch the
fast
video of
traveling,
that
so
and
we
see what
definitely
you're
don't
talking
want
about.
that. But we also don't want to fight an NPC that is extremely mobile and could easily graze a hit on us. So we can instead use the most useless PvP feature ever, the kick. By flicking the left stick and pressing R1 in any direction, the player will kick, which doesn't do any damage, but is able to push NPCs in any direction. This won't aggro Lautrec at all, and he'll just let you push him off the map. Make sure that when you do this, you don't have a weapon in your hand. as the kick input is very easy to mess up. But Lautrec won't fight back unless you do a significant amount of damage to him, so a few punches by mistake won't make him angry. This not only works to keep Firelink's Shrine open, but also gives us one of the most busted rings in the entire game, the Ring of Favor and Protection. The Ring of Favor and Protection increases our max health, stamina, and equip load by 20%. The catch is that once you equip the ring, it will break if you're required to remove it for something else. But we won't be forced to remove it until way later in the game. So our ring setup for the moment will be the red Tearstone ring and the Ring of Favor and Protection. Before we head down towards the second Bell of Awakening, make sure to level up with any souls you got from the gargoyles. Dump everything you have into strength, as we're going to need it for our next boss. Typically, the path down to the second Bell of Awakening is filled with tons of dangerous areas and enemies. We'd have to go all the way through Undeadburg, fight the Taurus Demon, then go through the lower Undeadburg, fight the Capra Demon, then go through the Depths and Blighttown before finally reaching Quelaag and the second Bell. But remember how I said the Valley of Drakes is the key for early game routing? Well, head back there and into this cave and you'll be able to skip everything. All we have to do is descend these platforms in the Blighttown back entrance, and we're just a few steps away from the next boss. In order to get to the boss arena, we'll have to cross the poison swamp at the bottom of Blighttown. Remember that poison here is environmental damage, so it doesn't count as a hit, which means that we can utilize the small and constant damage that it does to get our HP into red Tearstone ring range. This was why it was so important to get purple moss back in Darkroot Garden, as now we can use that purple moss to stop the poison damage whenever we want. If you were unlucky and didn't get a purple moss from the grass enemies, you'll have to get it here by doing a pretty hard tech. In Blighttown, there are these enemies that shoot poison darts at the player. If you manage to kill one of them, they'll always drop some form of purple moss. The problem is that there's only one of these enemies in the back half of Blighttown that we enter from, and it's very difficult to land a hit on him before he lands a hit on us. In order to attack him fast enough, we're going to have to use fire bombs to stun lock him before he can get a shot off. When you first enter Blighttown, head down between the first two ladders, then jump off of this ledge onto the platform below. When you do, perform a toggle escape to cancel your landing lag, then immediately walk forward and throw a firebomb. While you're in the throwing animation, lock onto the poison dart.
At that point, I would
the
just give up and
should
die.
hit him. Then throw a second one and dash out before the fly enemy has a chance to poison you.
I'm not like
This
the person
is
who
pretty
do
hard to do
speedrunnings
quickly, so
or
practice
that
if
type
you
of
can.
like
Once you have the purple moss,
challenges, because
head down
like
the
I would
giant
just
water wheel and
absolutely
across
get
the poison
frustrated
swamp to this spider
so
nest.
easily.
Make sure to stick to the right of this tree here, as we don't want to aggro any of the rock throwing barbarians. Then wait until your health is low enough to get the red Tearstone ring buff before using the moss. Now we should be ready to fight our next boss, Chaos Witch Quelaag. Quelaag
Holy Jesus, hold up, go back. We gotta go back for a few
players are
seconds.
expected to be a lot
What are we saying?
and a hit on him before he lands a hit on us.
We gotta go back.
In order to attack
We
him
gotta go
fast
back.
enough, we're going to have to use
I look up for
firebombs
like
to
a
stun
half
lock him
second,
before
like,
he can get a shot
oh,
off.
Jesus.
When you first enter Blighttown, head down between the first two ladders, then jump off of this ledge onto the platform below. When
And
you
they're
do,
good at
perform a
solely
toggle
because they're
escape to
patience.
cancel your landing lag,
No, yeah,
then
100%.
immediately walk
With their
forward
like
and
with
throw a
enough
firebomb.
patience, you can
While
do
you're in the
anything.
throwing
But like,
animation,
I don't
lock
think I
onto
have
the
the
poison
patience
dart
with it.
enemy and the firebomb should hit him. Then throw a second one and dash out before the fly enemy has a chance to poison you. This is pretty hard to do quickly, so practice if you can. Once you have the purple moss, head down the giant water wheel and across the poison swamp to this spider nest. Make sure to stick to the right of this tree here, as we don't want to aggro any of the rock throwing barbarians. Then wait until your health is low enough to get the red Tearstone ring buff before using the moss. Now we should be ready to fight our next boss, Chaos Witch Quelaag. Quelaag is an endurance fight more than anything. Typically, players are expected to be a lot higher level and have a +7 to
Yeah, she is
+10
endurance,
before taking
golly,
on
bro.
Quelaag. But since we rushed this area straight from Bell Gargoyles, we're going to be taking a while on this boss. Usually, the strategy for Quelaag boils down to dodging one of her attacks, getting in a quick punish, and repeating. She has two types of attacks. Attacks where she uses her spider body, and attacks where she uses her sword. For sword attacks, she has a 3-hit combo and a stab, both of which I like to just roll through and then punish. Though it's very important that when you punish on this attack, you always stand in front of Quelaag. After Quelaag does any sort of sword attack, she can jump to the side or backwards, which will clip and stagger you if you get caught in it, ending the run. No, my god, dude. Are we f***ing serious? Fucking Quelaag death, bro. Spider attacks are far more punishable. Whenever Quelaag uses her spider body, she'll spit out lava that will stick to the arena floor. Do not, and I repeat, do not go anywhere near this lava. The hitboxes for Quelaag's lava are completely broken and disjointed, and sometimes you can get hit when you're not even close to them. If you have to, lure Quelaag away from any lava on the ground in order to continue the fight. It will despawn after a while. Quelaag has two main types of spider attacks. One where she spits out one lava projectile at the player, and another where she covers the immediate area around her in lava. The latter is very punishable, and it's where we'll be getting most of our damage in throughout the fight. Aside from those spider and sword attacks, Quelaag has two attacks that we can't really punish, but you should be very wary of. The first is an AoE explosion. If you ever see Quelaag go down to hug her spider body, she's going to release an AoE explosion, so run away as fast as you can. She recovers from this attack fairly quickly, so I wouldn't say it's worth punishing. The last and by far most dangerous attack of this fight is the jump attack. This most commonly happens at the start of the fight, and it is terrifying. Quelaag will jump towards the player and spew tons of lava, while making her entire body an active hitbox. Because of this attack, you always want to stay close to Quelaag so she never does this. But in the case that she does, my best advice for this attack would be to roll under Quelaag as she jumps forward. If you try to run away, there's a good chance that you'll be hit by the lava, and if you live through that, you'll be in perfect range for Quelaag to jump again. This fight requires a lot of patience, but in the end is still very fair. Once you've defeated Quelaag, you can ring the second Bell of Awakening, which opens up Sen's Fortress and completes the early game. But before we head into Sen's Fortress, we still have a bit to do while we're down here. If you head down the stairs past the lever to ring the second bell, you'll notice a tunnel out to the Demon Ruins. This is another endgame area, part of Lost Izalith, but there is a boss here that we can actually fight now, Ceaseless Discharge. Now, you might be wondering, why would we ever fight this boss now? Quelaag was already a massive endurance fight, and Ceaseless has far more HP than she does. Well, Ceaseless is actually the easiest boss in the entire game. You see, Ceaseless has a unique story ending to his fight when you go into his boss arena for the first time. His story is quite sad, honestly. Originally being born as the only son of the Witch of Izalith, Ceaseless lived a life of pain. Believing his sister to be dead, he guards her grave, keeping her clothing as a sacred treasure, despite her still being alive in Blighttown just a walk away. So what do you think we do upon seeing this tragic story?
We fucking kill him. Yeah, I expect that 100%.
If you steal the clothing of Ceaseless's sister, he'll be sent into a rage. But instead of fighting him here, run the whole way back to the start of the arena at the Fog Gate. Then position yourself so that your right foot is around this small rock here. Ceaseless will then jump off of the ledge at the bottom of the arena in order to attack you. Now, hanging on by his hand, punch him a few times and he'll fall off. Not only does this look and feel awesome, but you're awarded 20,000 souls for killing Ceaseless. We would have to do this anyway at the end of the game, but it's better to do now, as now we have enough souls to level up even more for Honor Londo. Once the cutscene of the lava draining plays, we can use a Homeward Bone, taking us all the way back to Firelink, saving loads of time and officially completing the early game. Of the three main sections in a Dark Souls playthrough, I would say the early game is the second hardest. There's a lot going on here, from setup in the Valley of Drakes, the church and gargoyles, and the endurance fight with Quelaag. But I had done so many casual playthroughs of DS1 that personally, I didn't find the early game to be very challenging. So you may be wondering why this video took so long to come out. Well, everything that we've done up to this point could be considered the tutorial for the no-hit run, because now we have to play the mid-game.
The mid-game?
The mid-game consists of 3 areas that make up most of the difficulty of the run, the easiest of the 3 being our first area, Sen's Fortress. Once we've rung the 2 Bells of Awakening, our main quest has progressed further. Now we have to journey to the Land of the Gods in Honor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel from Guinevere. In canon, Sen's Fortress is meant to be a test for the chosen undead to see if they're worthy to travel to Honor Londo, and it can definitely feel that way. We have a lot to do in Sen's Fortress, as there are a few items here that we'll have to take detours in order to grab. Sen's Fortress is lined with traps and the Snake Guardian enemies. These enemies far outclass our damage output in terms of HP, so we're not going to fight any of them. In fact, our biggest asset in Sen's Fortress is our fist. The majority of Sen's Fortress is laid out on thin bridges with swinging pendulum traps. Essentially, we're going to run through this area as fast as possible in order to avoid every enemy that we can. This can be a bit stressful with all of the traps, but if you follow a very specific route, you'll be okay. Honestly, the most variable part of Sen's Fortress is the very beginning with these two snake enemies. I've found just running through as fast as possible is the safest route. However, do be careful as these snake enemies can do an insanely far jump that you won't be able to react to if you're not paying attention. Once you reach the first set of swinging pendulums, brush up against the first one, then run and don't stop. It'll seem scary, but you'll always make it through every single pendulum as long as you don't stop. Upon reaching this wall here, camp and wait for the snake to shoot a lightning projectile, then walk between the first set of pendulums and prepare to roll the snake's next projectile. Then knock the snake out of the way with a punch and run by. The next section of Sen's Fortress involves this boulder contraption and ramps. This can be a super scary section, as we'll be forced to stop charging through Sens in order to wait for a boulder cycle. However, we have a solution. Right as you watch this snake get hit by a boulder, run up to the fall gate. When you enter this fall gate will determine the cycle of the boulders, so once you run through it, you cannot stop moving under any circumstances. Run forwards, then once you're in this hallway, move slightly to the left. You'll activate a trap in this hallway, and you'll have to dodge the arrows from behind. Then run down this ramp and drop down into this room here. It contains a mimic that holds the lightning spear, an item that will be very useful for the upcoming boss, but we can also use this mimic to farm for the symbol of avarice. The symbol of avarice is an item that's a super rare drop from mimics. We use it because it can slowly remove health in order to set up the red tearstone ring. Think of it like the poison that we used in Blighttown, but we can use it anywhere. However, this item only has a 0.1% drop chance from mimics, so we would be wasting our time farming here. But we don't need some stupid FNAF odds to get this. The developers implemented a feature for mimics where if you kill every mimic in the game, the symbol of avarice is guaranteed to drop. Now, remember those Lloyd's talismans that we picked up all the way back in Firelink Shrine? These are mainly a PvP item, which disable the ability to use Estus flasks to heal, but they also have a PvE purpose, putting mimics to sleep. Putting a mimic to sleep actually adds to the dead mimics counter, so we can repeatedly wake up and put this mimic back to sleep in order to farm for the symbol of avarice. You're going to want to use your first Lloyd's talisman to pick up the lightning spear from the sleeping mimic. Then use the next two to repeatedly wake up and put the mimic back to sleep. Once you have one talisman left, save it, as we'll need it in Orlando. Then kill the mimic down here. This puts our technical mimic kill count to 4. There are 7 mimics total in Dark Souls 1, so once we get this number to 7 by Lloyd's talismans and killing mimics, we'll be able to get the symbol of avarice. Now head up the elevator and through the stairs into the room that contains the boulder trap. We don't need to push it here since we won't be coming back to Sen's Fortress once we leave. This hallway here is super scary as it's lined with arrow traps. You can either trigger these traps and wait, or just be a man and run straight through. Just make sure that you're not blocking when you do so, as this can misalign your hitbox and cause you to get hit by the arrows. Bro, what? Now run through the next set of pendulums and pull out your fist. There's a snake enemy up top here that we need to get past, so just slap it out of the way and run through the last set of pendulums. Now for the second half of Sen's Fortress on the roof of the building. In this area, there's a giant that throws exploding firebombs on other areas of the roof, but as long as you keep moving, he'll never hit you, so don't worry about him. Grab this soul, then head down to this bonfire here. We want our spawn point to be here when we homeward bone, because we still have an item that we have to grab in Sen's Fortress. The second half of Dark Souls is extremely enemy dense, and we're going to need specific gear to bypass a lot of these areas without conflict, mainly the Ring of Fog and the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring. We can't get the Ring of Fog until later, but we can grab the Slumbering Ring now. Head back down into the fortress, then drop down. That item right there is the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring. There are 2 melee snakes and 1 lightning snake that guard it, making this area pretty dangerous. But we do have a way to counter this. These snakes have super weird AI when you stand on ledges, and will often fall off once they aggro on you. If enemies don't see you, they'll go towards the sound that they hear, so shoot the bow to lure out the second snake. Then he should just tweak out and kill himself. It's also very important that when you get the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring, make sure you go along the left side of this room, as going along the right side will aggro the snake from the bridge. With the Slumbering Ring in hand, we can bone back to our last rested bonfire. Now we just have to make our way out the last part of Sen's Fortress. Make sure to drop off the bridge a few times to set up the red tearstone ring, as we'll need it for the upcoming boss fight against the Iron Golem. Now head up the tower to the Iron Golem boss fight, But don't enter the fog gate just yet. The giant that was throwing firebombs at the top of the fortress will still be doing so during the Iron Golem fight, and we don't want that. Giants are also guaranteed to drop a Titanite chunk, so it's important that we kill him here, as we need Titanite chunks for our next weapon. The best strategy that I have found for dealing with this giant is to bait him into doing a tantrum attack, which leaves him vulnerable for long enough that you can completely take him out. Now it's time to fight the Iron Golem, the climactic final battle before moving on to Honor Londo, the land of the gods. Surely, as the final guard, he'll put up a good fight.
Oh, he dead. That's how he fucking falls and dies.
Yeah, next
That
to
was too
Ceaseless,
easy.
Iron Golem is actually the easiest boss in the entire run, because
just
we
too
can
easy.
abuse his stagger mechanic. As long as you had the Lightning Spear, a decent amount of strength and dexterity from Quelaag and Ceaseless, and the red Tearstone ring active, you can just run at and then under Iron Golem. He'll always do the exact same starting attack every time, then do 2 R2 attacks on his right leg. If the Iron Golem takes too much damage on one leg fast enough, he'll stagger. Then hit his other leg with 2 light attacks and he'll go falling off the side of the arena every single time. With Iron Golem down, we can finally enter the hardest part of the run, the City of Gods, Honor Londo. Honor Londo is without question the hardest part of this run. Out of all of the runs that would make it here, only about 1 in 10 were making it out. Honor Londo has the hardest boss in the run, but also a very difficult level section leading up to it. Thankfully, we get a massive weapon upgrade as soon as we start this area. Up to this point, we've been using the Battle Axe, which sure is a nice starting weapon, but it's not gonna cut it for the second half of the game. Thankfully, one of the best weapons in the entire game is available to us right at the start of this area. Equip the last Lloyd's Talisman that you saved from the Mimic and Sen's Fortress, then run up to the furthest building directly across from where you came from. Now shoot the right chest. It turns out this chest is a Mimic. Now wait until the Mimic is about to cross the doorway and throw your last Lloyd's Talisman at it. It should go to sleep and you can then pick up the Crystal Halberd. Now switch to it and test it out on the Mimic that so gratefully gave it to you. The Crystal Halberd's damage output is absolutely insane, especially with the glass cannon build that we've already been running. You see, weapons in Dark Souls can be infused once they reach level 10, with all of the different infusions having unique benefits or different types of damage. And out of all the infusions that a weapon could have, we completely lucked out with a crystal weapon being so easy to obtain. When we infuse a weapon with a crystal upgrade, it often increases the scaling that weapon has with both strength and dexterity, which we've been putting all of our upgrade points into up to this point, along with also increasing the weapon's base physical damage. The downside is that the weapon now cannot be repaired, and once it breaks, it's gone for good. This would normally be a problem for weapons that you would use in a long time in a normal casual playthrough, but for us in a no-hit run, this works out perfectly, as we aren't around for nearly long enough to see this weapon through until it breaks. Now, once we rest at the Honor Londo bonfire, it's time to truly begin the challenge of our no-hit run. Upon descending into Honor Londo, you'll notice that our path is blocked by a gargoyle, the same gargoyle that we fought as a boss during the first Bell of Awakening. As per usual, if we don't have to fight something, we won't, so we'll be running from almost all of the enemies in this area. We aren't able to run directly forward into the main area of Honor Londo, as this mechanism, honestly, I have no idea what purpose this thing serves. It's blocking the way. So we have to break into a side building and go around. Within this side building, we encounter painted guardians, and we'll have to fight them on these super thin rafters. This is absolutely terrifying for a no-hit run. These painted guardians have throwing knives as projectiles and are generally super janky.
Yeah, we finish it up with this overlay. Damn.
Thankfully, we do have a workaround. Similar to how we use the bow to make a sound in Sen's Fortress, we can use the bow here to trick the painted guardians into falling off, without them ever even seeing us. Remember that enemies in Dark Souls will follow the nearest sound if they aren't aggroed on the player, so we just have to find areas that we can shoot that the painted guardians will track and walk off. On the rafters, there are 3 guardians total. For the first guardian, climb up the ladder, then turn to shoot the furthest smooth support structure here. Then walk forward until you reach the chandelier chain, and shoot this painted guardian in the head. It's very important that you land a headshot here, as a body shot won't stagger the guardian and he won't fall off, which can become very tense very quickly. For the last guardian, shoot this smooth support structure and you should be good. Now we can turn the mechanism and continue to the main portion of Honor Londo. This section is why Honor Londo is one of the most infamous areas in gaming. We have to go by 2 groups of Batwing demons, then scale these extremely thin rooftops while being shot at by 2 Silver Knight archers from either side. I was able to make up a strategy to make this slightly easier than normal, but this is still a very difficult first section. These Batwing demons are completely blind, so their aggro range is pretty small, meaning if we can find a way to instantly take out one of them, we can sneak past the other two. We can do this by performing a precise jump on top of these stairs, then doing a plunging attack on this Batwing demon to instantly kill it. The other two won't notice, and as a result, they won't aggro as you turn to the bridge. Now, run across the bridge to the second set of Batwing demons. These ones will aggro, with the one closest to the bridge likely to attack. So wait until you're absolutely sure he's going to attack, then roll it. Once you're onto the next bridge, the Silver Knight archers will begin firing at you. There are guardrails that are supposed to be covering this area of the bridge, but sometimes the Silver Knight archers can just straight up ignore these, so try to move quickly. While you're running, turn the camera around to face the Batwing demons behind you. These guys can shoot lightning projectiles at far range, so you have to make sure you see it coming. If they shoot one, roll through it and keep moving. Once you reach this middle support pillar, head over to the right side and you'll be safe from both the archers and the Batwing demons from behind. Then wait until there's a gap between fire and make a break for it around the pillar. This next section is infamously tricky, but there is a very consistent strategy to get past it. Move up through the bridge, then once you're about to reach these three windows, listen for the archer to the left. No matter what, we don't want to be in this range whenever the left archer fires, as he'll have a perfect shot right into our back. Once you hear the left archer fire, run up and roll through the right archer's shot. If the archer in front of you drops his bow, move back so that you're just in front of the third window. Then he should do a charge attack and fall off. Now you can safely run around into the house. That's pretty much the last hard part of Orlando, but we still have a bit of preparations to do before the boss. If you bought the weaponsmith box from Andre before we went to Orlando, use the Titanite chunk that we got from the giant in Sen's Fortress to upgrade the crystal halberd to +1. Since the crystal upgrade is an infusion, it functions the same as a +10 weapon, so we'll need to use chunks to upgrade it further. You may have also gotten a chunk from this crystal lizard all the way back in Darkroot Garden, but this is RNG, having a 41% chance to drop. Regardless, it's important that we can deal as much damage as possible for the upcoming boss fight, so if you didn't buy a weaponsmith box, we'll have to visit the giant blacksmith. Normally, making it through the Orlando house is extremely tedious. We have to go through a bunch of rooms onto the roof, then open a shortcut, all while having to deal with a ton of silver knights. But you can actually skip this entire section. At the first spiral staircase, simply walk up and jump over the railing to the other side from a higher stair. I've honestly done this so much in casual playthroughs that I forgot what the intended way even looked like. Now we can make our way over to the giant blacksmith. If you didn't get any Titanite chunks from the crystal lizard, you can grab one here after taking out these three Batwing demons, upgrading our crystal halberd to +2. With the red tearstone ring and our glass cannon loadout, +2 will be enough for the remainder of the run. Here at the giant blacksmith, we have a very tough decision to make. Our crystal halberd is good, but there's an even better weapon that we could use, the giant blacksmith hammer. It has faster attacks that are much easier to hit, and we can upgrade it fully by buying twinkling titanite. The only problem is that in order to get it, we would have to kill the giant blacksmith. As good as this weapon is for the run, I do give a f about something. I could not bring myself to kill the giant blacksmith. A solo crystal halberd or nothing. Now, return to the bonfire and prepare for the run to die. Sure, Orlando is a challenging area, but the reason that this area is what separates good runs from great runs is the boss. In Dark Souls No Hit, there is no boss anywhere near as challenging as Ornstein and Smough. Ornstein and Smough are far and away the hardest part of the run. Throughout the entire game thus far, we've used clever strategies to ensure that no matter what, we never have any enemies gang up on us, avoiding fights at all costs. And if we're required to fight an enemy, we take it down to a one-on-one situation and carefully bait and punish all of their attacks. No matter the situation, we were always in control of the pace of the fight. Well, with Ornstein and Smough, all of that goes out the window. You're playing by their rules, and man, it is rough. Ornstein and Smough are essentially two early game bosses by themselves, but put them together and they work perfectly to cover each other's weaknesses. Ornstein is the lightning fast attacker, quickly dodging around the arena, while Smo is meant to be the slow heavy hitter until he does his charge attack and is like faster than Ornstein. This creates a beautiful balance between the two, where you can go minutes on end without having a
we're gonna take a pause. We're gonna continue this tomorrow.
Patience, and considering that it's 40.
Hey, oh my god, it's been 45
whole minutes into the run, you're going to want to be careful.
It's been 46 minutes. It's been 46 minutes. What are we talking about? Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna call it a night here. Okay, that was enough for that day. I don't know if you're still here. I just finished the speaky, so yay! I still have a lot more work to do, but it's already been 3 hours, so I don't want to do as much. I can't do more than 3 hours of streaming. It's really tiring, and then like I gotta still come up with the stuff. But to be honest, I still had fun about like this entire day. I'm not gonna lie. Scale to window. Yeah. It's been pretty fucking good. We're gonna call it a night. Well, thank you everyone who has been watching or is been watching. I will be continuing making videos. There's gonna be another Neko video that's gonna be coming out, and then I got a few more that aren't really ZZZ related, but kind of is. It's like not gameplay, but just kind of like shenanigans type of things. But yeah, we're gonna call it a night. Well, yeah. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next time. Bye. Mwah.